looks like I've got everything here, got my hands. Make sure that everything's good. Hey Greenish. Right, can a few people just let me know that let's turn that down. Also advertising something now. I've got like my comments on my iPad over there somewhere. So yeah, can everybody let me know that they can hear me? Otherwise I'm just talking to thin air. Audio, yes, G Key Man. Can you hear me? Hear and see you. Perfect. Thanks, Dana. Fantastic. Great. Hey, Yukov. Perfect. Yeah, I've got a whole weird setup. You can probably see like over here, I've got the stump of my microphone. I've got some random locks just lurking. I've got bits of vice over here. I've got my sort of current pick set going on, which is just full of just I really wish I'd tidied it before I'd started rolling this, but hey, that's life. It all gets messy anyway. Moki is here as well. Oh, Gumby Tequila Dave, brilliant. Nice to see you all. So nice that you're all here. So you might be thinking, haven't you done a Master Lock Mayhem before? And the answer is yes. But weirdly, on YouTube Studio, there was a pending video. And when you got pending videos, it's got these weird, like, almost like flashing stripes over it. And I'm like, well, is this an error? So it must be an error, right? Because, like, you know, the last time I did this live, and it's been up there, had almost like 50,000 views. And I thought, well, just delete it. And it just went, do you want to delete this? I was like, yeah, delete it. And it actually deleted the entire live. Somehow it had glitched out while uploading the live. I don't know what on earth it was doing, because it was definitely up there for viewing. It wasn't like a super important video or anything. It wasn't like some crazy thing that took me 3 weeks to shoot or anything. It's just like a live that people seem to like watching. I just felt really bad for deleting it, but we're back. So who else we got going on there? Phil Heslop, Izzy Joseph, S&M Lock and Key. Fantastic. Please ask me anything. I will get around to picking some locks, but in the end I mostly just chat and get completely distracted. Oh, Dark Arts lock picking, fantastic. So we've got a question which is, which lock is really strong? That is a question we get all the time. And actually it's worth starting the live off on something like that. I actually have some of my like strongest locks around me now, it just so happens. So what is a strong lock? Well, what is a strong lock? Like, this lock looks pretty strong, right? I mean, there's nothing about it which is not strong. It's a nice looking lock. It's fine. It's what it is. But of course, you know, it's only got what, an 8mm shackle, so you could easily twist that, break it, cut it. Is it a strong lock? Depends what it's for. If it's for a locker, yeah, it's a pretty strong lock. If it's for something outside, maybe it's not such a strong lock. Locks like this, not strong, but very cool. So here's a, reaching over here. This is a strong lock. This is some form of a roto lock, and I mean, it's pretty cool, right? It's a very cool lock, and that's pretty strong. If you had it on a hasp like that, getting hold of that to twist it is going to be super hard. It's going to be very hard to cut. That's a strong lock. Expensive though. Another strong lock, although somewhat susceptible to core pulling, is something like this. It's a weighty lock and it is very strong, but you know, it's hidden shackle. If you turn that away into a corner where you couldn't get a tool in there, you can only get your key, then this could be one of the best locks. But again, you know, a lot of locks are susceptible in some way or another. What else have I got here? I've got a classic iPhone Huno here, again with two chain links around that. It's a pretty strong lock. There are some destructive attacks which this one is a bit more susceptible to than other locks, but it's pretty strong. And then you just go crazy, can't you? You've got like, what's this thing? So like this massive dual custody Chubb double bolt thing, which is going to be stuck in a massive door. And you know, then you start questioning, well, is it the door that's strong, or is it the lock that's strong? Is it the frame that's strong? Is it the building that's strong? And then you get into a whole big thing about, yeah, whether it's something which is about broader security, because in the end, you can't put all your security on a lock. That's just silly. It's got to be much more than that. If you can do it, then of course you can have alarms, neighbours, good lighting, visibility of the property not obscured by, you know, vegetation, trees, and those kind of things. If you have a dog, that helps. If you've got automatic lighting that comes on, that really helps. If you're part of a neighbourhood security scheme, that's really good. If you don't have French windows or UPVC frames, I mean, but who doesn't? I mean, it's so hard and so multi-layered, isn't it? Oh, we've got Michael Maynard on here as well. Fantastic. Who else we got there? Forte and Blues. Oh, so many people. Great to see you anyway. GK Man 565 saying he's got a bigger lock than that, but it's an Abloy Kingpin lock, cast iron. Cool. Don't think I've seen that one, but yeah, there's all sorts of like strong locks. But you know, are they really strong? Is there a good one? Is there a bad one? Anyway, what we're here for now is this, really. I'll just move the camera over here a little bit. And yes, this is literally a box of Master Lock locks. Like, it is a full-on box of locks made by Master Lock or American Lock, who I think own Master Lock, or there's a company, an umbrella company, which owns all of them. And you might be thinking, but aren't these by and large easy to pick junk locks? I'd say, yeah, most of them are quite easy to pick, but they're recognizable and they're everywhere. So people can actually see them and see a lock they recognize. It's not just some obscure thing, you know, it's not some like weird rotor lock or anything like that, which we just saw, which like people go, what? Never seen one of them around. These are recognizable. They're also, so they get quite good views when you're doing a video. Also to do with Master Lock is a lot of them aren't anywhere near as bad as you think they are. Some are pretty bad. And the other thing about Master Lock is when you're doing a review video and you just need to show some pics working, people watching a review don't want to see a 20-minute pic. It's not what they're there for. They're there to like see what's in a kit, can you use it, those kind of things. So so things like Master Lock, really good for doing that. So I'm just going to move the camera sort of back over here. I might move the box of locks slightly, God, it's heavy, out of the way, so that it's still in the way a little bit of my arm, but we'll get there. Steve's lock picking, got to have some fun with Master Lock. You absolutely do. Set it on fire. Can you show some of your strangest, most obscure locks? Now, I've got to bear in mind that I can only show you some of the ones which are like in my nearest vicinity right now, because I'm in a separate office, kids are sleeping, that kind of thing, so I can't just like run off and go find all my obscure locks. But are you going to show us your YouTube button thing for many subscribers? Okay, right. So so I've got two questions there I'd really like to answer, which is obscure locks and my button. So let me go see if I can get my play button. Just got to cover the mirror on the front. There you go. That's for the 100,000. I'm very unlikely to get to 1 million, but I had a short go a little bit viral with almost 38 million views, and it kind of like bumped my numbers up by double. So it's a bit artificially inflated, that figure, but you know, you get lucky sometimes. Right, so obscure locks, I've got a few which are a bit different near me. Like I say, it's not all of my obscure locks. I've got plenty of locks which I think are a bit obscure, a bit unusual, and worth showing off, and I probably should do a video on them. But I've got some interesting locks which are a bit obscure. So things like this multi-faced, I don't know how many there are, 11 faces, 12, rotor lock, but I don't know if it's made by Rotor Lock, no idea. Never seen one like it. Found it on eBay, never seen one since. That is a strange and obscure lock. This one is interesting, not too obscure, especially if you're French, but it says made in France there. But this is one of the Fichet 484, 464. Somebody will correct me, right? So, and this is like a quad bitted lock, and I've never picked this one. It's insanely hard to pick. I've tried, but I can't. So that's quite an unusual one. I do have a couple of other ones near me which I can show you, which are, so give me 2 secs. So, some of these are fun. We've got this beautiful lock, the Sesame. Isn't that cool? So it's got a keyway, plus you've got to dial in the code on here. That's such a cool lock. What else do we have here? This one is so cool. This is actually a disc detainer lock, but look at the key. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Look how big the keyway is. Love that. Got that in LockCon in the Netherlands. That's Fortress Interlocks disc detainer locks, part of a sweet. And then the classic Multac, which I actually made a key for out of 2 layers of brass. It's a bit weak, but it does work. And this is such a cool lock. If you've never seen one of these Multac Realtor locks, I won't demonstrate it now because like I said the key's a bit weak. You can see it's a bit sort of bent there, but yeah, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I do have a 3D printed key, but yeah, that's weak too. It's a very cool lock. Another one which I've got nearby is this one, which is like a proper interlock system. So all of these have to be unlocked in turn to release the green key. And you might think these aren't actually keys, but they are. They just have 4 pins, 1, 2, 3, 4 down here, which is kind of cool. And yeah, so to release your red key, you need to turn all these in turn. It's quite heavy to do with one hand. Push up down the pins, turn it, and then you can take this one out. If you want to know the secret behind here, it's just cut like this. It's very cool, very simple, very cool, very effective, and I really like that one. I actually have a lot more weird and obscure locks. I'd love to show more of them. I will have to do a separate video, won't I? If people like it. Oh, Dalp's got one of those disc detainer locks. Cool. So look. Anyone else want to put a high security lock on their own home? Don't know how to pick a lock. I don't know, man. I mean, I've got Windows, so I always think, you know, sure, I've got other security measures in place. I'm not going to spend £1 million on a front door lock when I can think of about 30 other ways into a property. Oh dear. Oh, what are some of your oldest locks? That's a good question. Oldest. I honestly don't have many antique locks. Not because I don't like them. It's just that, again, not many people recognise them. They can get really expensive. There's lots of people out in the community who don't actually lockpick. They collect antique locks, and that drives those prices really high. I did get a very cool lock, which is old but not that old. Recently in the Netherlands, made by a Dutch company, I think, isn't it? Lips. And this is super cool. This is a dual custody water company lock. Now, it doesn't have the second key, but that doesn't matter because I'm sure I can get something of a similar gauge, a piped key to a similar gauge, and impression myself a key. But this is absolutely gorgeous, and I've never seen one like it. And it's clearly one of my favourite locks ever. Greenish says lips are Dutch, and he would know. I've got a couple of like really old warded locks, but you got to bear in mind some of the really old locks, the functional locks that people used to have made by an ironmonger, maybe in the local village. They're really old, but they're not very beautiful, and they're very kind of function over form, really. So a lot of the really old locks, unless you were like super rich and could afford beautiful, gilded wrought work and some of that, chased metal and all that kind of stuff, it's just, yeah, and then you're spending tens of thousands sometimes. So yeah. Do you remember the first lock I picked? Oh, I genuinely wish I still had it. It was, so I had a, well, I mean, the first lock I picked, not real lock, the first lock I picked was probably a, I've actually got my third lock here. The third lock I ever picked is this one, which is, which is good. We'll pick it in a second. So the first lock I picked was a clear plastic padlock. They're all the same. Doesn't make a difference. They're all the same. The second one was, and if you're from the UK, you might know the name of a lock brand called Rolson. And if you do, you know that you're not ever going to buy one. They're just terrible. And I remember getting my first pick kit, and it had the plastic padlock, and it had a little pick set, and it's very cool, right? And as soon as I picked that lock, I drove down to my local big supermarket, and they only sell, what supermarkets are, they sell just terrible locks. So I managed to get this 50mm Rolson brass thing. I did manage to pick it with basically one of those Gozo sawtooth rakes. But this was the third lock I ever picked. And if you look in the keyway, I don't know, I may get the lighting on it a bit better. But if you look down there, you can see how worn that keyway is. That's because this is one of my go-to demo locks. Let's just pick it for old time's sake. This is the third one, so I can't show you the first one because I broke my plastic lock, and I can't show you the second one because I don't know what to do with that. Probably gave it away. And then this is my the third one. So that's as good as I can do. Let's see. I'm sure it'll be really hard to pick, as all of these little. Honestly, says struggling. Oh, it's going well, isn't it? I don't like the amount of tension I'm using, and the hook that I'm using to do this. That's what I'm looking for. So that, yeah, the this is actually the keyway so worn, it's actually hard to tension now. It's really bad. So see that, hear those clicks? You just know that that's right now. Here we go, last pin. Really loads of tension on this one. There we go. Yeah, I can pick locks. Brainy Picker says Master 3 was their first pick. Yeah, it's a lot of them. Dalp says mine was a Federal Super A526 pin. That's not a bad first pick, I'll be honest. Yeah. Do you prefer bottom of the keyway? Yes, actually, I do. I much prefer a bit of a bottom of the keyway if I can do it. You don't always get the choice with a lock, do you? But where I can, I'll always do bottom of the keyway. So anyway, yeah, this is the third lock. It still picks. It's still a bit of fun. I wonder what else we've got in here to have a bit of a look at. What's this? Wayne Joiners says, great to see your subs go up. Yeah, thanks. I mean, the views aren't going up hugely. Doing all right on the shorts, but yeah, I mean, it's I don't think a lot of lock picking videos are doing well at the moment. So you always worry about the algorithm and when they're trying to YouTube are not trying to show some types of content. Hard to say, really. Of course, when you get a video that goes well, you think everything's going really well, and when it doesn't go well, you think there's some kind of conspiracy against you. That's sort of natural. But I do get a general feeling that lock picking content just isn't surfacing very well. Do go check out, however, my most latest video. I think it's actually worth a plug, genuinely. It's every way you can pick a lock, pin tumbler of course, non-destructively, and I'm really proud of that one actually. I think it's a really good video. I'm sure I have a key for this as well, this lock. I've got no idea what's going on in this little Master Lock. Oh, little pick there. Oh, well, hey, I hope that all my picking goes that well today. That's so easy, but kind of cool, huh? Come on, you can't tell me that's not a cool Master Lock. It's got that tactical thing going all over it. I like it. You don't have to. It's fine. Might need to make a pile of these like next to me to put back into the box, eh? What's it? What's this one? What's this next one? All the keys keep sliding out of the boxes, don't they? Okay, well, fine. We don't need keys. We shouldn't need keys. We need keys sometimes. How do I pick this one? Weird little keyway. Ah, Locks in the City. Hey, dude. Took long to open the packaging. Yeah, it always does. Could you pick a Discus lock? A Discus lock? Do I have a Master Lock Discus? I've got an Abus Discus in the other room. I've got this Discus. I don't know if I remember the code on this. I think it's under the flap here, so we can have a go at this one, which I think you can tension just like that. Do I have a screwdriver? This is quite hard to do with the finger, so I might need to get a little screwdriver. 2 seconds. I just realised my flathead screwdriver is the other side of the room. 2 seconds. Right, 2 secs. Let's see. Oh, actually, I've got a little wearer one here, which should suffice. Not a sponsor. Let's have a go. Greetings from, looks like Australia. Am I going to do a long video on that cool new impressioning tool? Yes, I am. I've filmed it. It was on loan, so I had to sort of return it. So yeah, but I have filmed the review. I'm just trying to get this in camera. This is so awkward to do, but I'm gonna give it a go. I literally can't remember the code on this, so let's have a go. That seems solid. That's loose. That's really loose. That's really loose. Okay. Could be 3. That feels loose still. I just want to get everything into. Let's try. That feels loose still. I don't know. 3 doesn't feel right. 4, 5. Ow, this is really hurting. I'm pretty sure that's how you do this lock, isn't it? You pull that down. Can I get this out of there? Would that help? Can I get that out? A little bit. Yeah, come here. That's better. Oh, is that where the change key is? I think so. Right, that might be a bit more comfortable. There you go. So what I'm doing is I'm basically testing for a change in the. I'm not getting any feedback off this at all. Oh no, okay, that's it. So I'm getting pressure on here. And what I'm doing is trying to see whether these become less wiggly as I go to a new wheel. I think I've got enough pressure on. Hard to say with this. I've got the packaging getting right in my way. I sort of almost want to unlock it to then get it out of the packaging to do a better job, but there you go. I'm probably going to be defeated by this, aren't I? I can tell. I don't feel I'm getting enough tension on this lock. Ow, this is going to be, it's probably not that interesting, this one as well. Would a decoder work for this? I don't think on this lock a decoder works. I could be wrong. That's got a good wobble about it. Seems to be about right though. That seems too loose. That seems too loose. That seems loose still. That's binding really heavily though, but let's try 7. If I can't do it easily, then oh, that feels like it's binding. Then we'll skip past this because it's not very interesting viewing, I don't think. But this wheel is feeling like it's really binding now. So that's solid, that's solid. This one's moving, but not. I'm going to see whether moving this affects this wheel. Oh. Oh. Ah. Ow. Oh, JWRM22 joined us. So the answer was 8455. Can anyone remember what it was on there before? I can't remember what it was on before. It might have been like 8452. The thing is, I've done this for, oh yeah, 8455. I could have just looked at that. That would have been a lot easier. I don't know why we bother doing this lock picking thing. It's for fools, I tell you. Right, that's another one down. There you go. That's a discus lock. If that's the best I could do. Oh, what's the hardest lock to pick that I own? Oh, so many. That's a twin probably. Oh, somebody mentioned the Sputnik pick. I'd love one of those, but I'd love to make one of those, but I don't have the equipment or time. Have I picked an Abloy 340? The only Abloy I've picked is the classic and the. Oh, what's the other one? Oh, I did a small disc lock, the disc lock, not the disc lock Pro. So I've done the classic and the disc lock, I think. Oh, thanks, Chris. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get that, but it gave up its it gave up its yeah, no, not the Sentry UCOF, I don't think, but the disc lock I have. Do you think lock packaging should be allowed to say unpickable if it isn't true? Probably, but it's like one of those things, isn't it? It's like it's unpickable to most people. So I mean, how do you judge that? I mean, sugar free doesn't mean it's got no sugar in it. I think it's one of those things, isn't it? Right. I want to see how we're going to pick this. These kind of locks can sometimes be first of all really cool, I think. I will fight you if you think this isn't a cool looking lock. I'm not saying it's a good lock. And it sort of looks like one of those little things from oh, what's that game which was like all the rage ages ago, and I literally can't remember what it's called. You know, the guys are sus. Help me out here. Among Us? Could be Among Us? Among Us, possibly. But I can't remember how to pick this. How do I pick this one? So probably have to do something like bottom of the keyway tension or something on this one, maybe. Okay, I've got some tension. I wonder if I can just rake it open. It's not cheating if it works. Oh wow, that is a tough keyway to get into. Among Us, yes. Amiwa U9, yeah, of course. No, thank you. I'll leave the picking of hard locks to the skilled people. I'll just do the hack job over here. Thank you very much. I know what works. Okay, that could work, right? That could work. I wonder, this little half diamond here. I wonder if I can do a bit of a half diamond rake. Oh my god, there's so little room in this. I'm actually struggling to. This is why picking this type of lock can be quite difficult. It's not in a false set as well, which doesn't help, right? My goodness me. There's no room in this keyway at all to pick this thing. I think we're still in a false set though. Ooh, I do have a smaller pick. I do. And I love this. Anybody else miss these? Anybody else miss the Southwold Max in the 23,000s? Oh, I miss these so much. Okay, good. I think that's shallow enough that we can maybe get somewhere. So what's happening is I'm the tension on this is going a bit awry. I might have to start again. It's because it keeps slipping around. It's a very small keyway, so I wonder if I can do top of the keyway tension. Can that work? Possibly. I'd really rather the bottom of the keyway though. What do I have? Must have something that I can jam in there. Certainly putting this in a vise would be more helpful. I wonder if that would work. Can I fit this one in? It's a bit big, but it does fit. Okay, here we go. Any questions? Is Lock Noob saying that Lock Noob is unskilled? Yes, he really. Lock Noob is definitely saying that. I feel that way sometimes. But then I think we all do. There's no egos in this room. You don't have to be the best lockpicker to enjoy what you do, and that's the important thing here. This is a horrible lock to pick. Just the keyway's so small. I very much want to pop this in a vise actually, or just move on, because it's a bit of a fiddle. All these master locks could bring Bosnian Bill out of retirement. Just a comment. I'd love to see that. It's a really tiny keyway. Hey, Noob, ever listen to Huey Lewis in the news? No, not an awful lot, I have to say. I hear good things, but no, I've not really listened to a lot. Right, maybe I should just stick it in a vise, because holding this stupid slidey thing in my hand is no fun. There we go, right. That might work. This lock was not designed for easy picking a hand. Hey, Leon. There we go. Was there a trend in the lockpicking community you didn't like? Probably. I mean, there aren't many sort of trends I see in the lockpicking community. Really, not a lot. I mean, I'm a bit guilty of it as well, making shorts. But I just think that, you know, I think there's sort of difference between lock picking and lock entertainment. I think that if people like that, it's fine. But yeah, I think there's room in the hobby for everybody's way of doing things. I'm struggling to even get a pick in this stupid thing. But no, I mean, I don't know really any particular trends at the moment. Can anybody else think of any? Am I missing out on something that I... Where's my... I'm sure I had a... Oh, maybe I could use that. I want to try and just get this stupid thing open. See if I can rake it or something. That'd be a lot easier, right? But it's just annoying. I might just change the lock. Move on. I pick this lock on camera. I know I can pick it. It's just stupid and small. Get out of my way. let's go to something which is arguably tons harder and has a terrible keyway. Let's just make things. Let's just keep making things hard. What's that? Moki's are the best. What, picks? Yeah, Moki's picks are great. Oh, what's my typical lockpicking environment? Oh, quiet study. Very little distraction. Sometimes I'll watch some YouTube in the background, but you know, it's for the most part, I use it as a time to relax rather than create problems for myself. So yeah, we'll see. Sometimes I listen to music. I tend to like to pick without distractions though, but no, sometimes I listen to a bit of music when I'm picking. Destroying locks got old fast. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's fun to see a couple of times, I guess. Like I said, not hating on anybody. It is entertaining. If that's what you want to watch, fine. It has a broader appeal, right? We can all agree on that. Like watching somebody pick a lock. I don't know. Is it that exciting? You could argue it probably isn't very much. Where's my lunatic gone? This is a problem when you've completely like taken all your picks out of your pick case and you think, oh, I could really do with the lunatic right now, and I don't have it to hand. And I'm now thinking, what have I done with the lunatic? Where's it gone? Why don't I have it? We'll see if we can keep getting with this. Would you consider this an old man's sport? It shouldn't be, but it certainly seems to have a lot of middle-aged people doing it. But I think that, like a lot of hobbies, you get to a point where you have the money to be able to invest in your hobbies, which you don't necessarily do when you're younger. And when you're younger, you probably are looking forward to more sociable hobbies as well. So I think there's an element to that with a lot of hobbies, really. But no, it's certainly not an older person's hobby. It just tends to, like a lot of hobbies, attract people who just, you know, can invest some time and money into it, and that just tends to be, in general, people of a certain age. Doesn't mean that it should be or shouldn't be. Just sort of is. I would like to see more videos on custom pick making. Yeah, I've been working on some ideas recently, actually, Moki. So there will be some videos coming back when it's not cold and wintry here and I have more daylight hours and stuff. Have you considered doing videos on shorts how realistic lockpicking movies is? Yes, I have, but it's hard to do a lot of videos involving copyrighted content. Now, there is fair use and everything, but you get caught by, you know, oh, I think we've got ourselves into a bit of false set here. I can't speak. You do get caught out by sort of automatic algorithms that block copyright content. So you've got to be really careful how you do it. And finding the clips from movies is difficult in good enough quality where they do the lock picking. But I did have a plan to do that with another channel, but that channel sort of disappeared over COVID, and that sort of idea sort of went away for now. But I did do one on lock picking in computer games, which is good, but it didn't get as many views as I honestly had hoped. Not that I generally go around saying, you know, oh, this is a good video and deserves more views, but you know, when you put a lot of effort into something, it doesn't get quite the amount of views that you want. It does make you think, should I go back to it? But yeah, I did have a plan to do that. Yeah, absolutely, but just didn't come to fruition. Did I ever pick that Master Lock 19? No. Thanks for bringing it up, Leon. No, I didn't. So Master Lock, the best padlock Master Lock ever did is a Master Lock 19, and I've got an old used one, and you know, older used locks are often. Oh, it's so embarrassing, but no, it's not embarrassing. This is a very important learning point that I definitely did on purpose, so everybody can learn from this. The core's got a very strong spring, and you wonder why all the pins don't feel like you can pick them anymore, and it just turns out it's because the lock is already open and you're picking an open lock. So you get it to a point, and you and it's literally picked, but you don't feel it's picked because the spring tension is so strong. I mean, come on, that's good bitting, isn't it? It is really powerful. My friend who's on here, or was on here, Yukov, lent me the first ever American lock I ever picked, and I was wailing on that thing for hours until I realised that I could pick it. I just didn't realise I need to turn the core a little bit harder. And you know what? I made a video called 10 Reasons Why You Can't Pick a Lock, and that's one of the reasons, and I still forget. Just reading through some of the comments. You can usually contact the studio. Yeah, you can, but honestly, you know, I'm not a massive channel, Jens. So, you know, and I'm a family man. I've got a full-time job. I'm trying to record 3 shorts and 3 videos a week and everything. And you know, it's that kind of like, how much time do I put in? Like, I genuinely think I made my best video in terms of general production and fun released this Saturday. But it's not doing brilliant at the moment. It might pick up. But yeah, it's when like some videos just go crazy, like some rehash short does 38 million views, and then a video you put like, you know, days and days of effort into gets a few thousand, which I'm still grateful for. Please don't get me wrong. But there's something weird about the algorithm, isn't there? I don't know. Not moaning. But please go watch it. It's really good. I really, 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 really like it. Hold on. Greenish should get American lock to pick. You never did. Greenish, I know you're a very skilled black belt picker. But you've got to... You got to pick the classics, and the American locks are fantastic. They're so good. What's this? Well, it's open. That's always a good start. What is this? Just how many pins does this have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's a little bit better than your standard one. What even? So this is a 220. Kind of cute, isn't it? It's like a full, not like a full size round body padlock. I don't know if I've done a video on this one. I kind of like it. It's kind of nice, isn't it? I know, no excuse. Yeah, no excuse, Greenish. Get yourself a blooming American lock. They're not even that expensive, but they're genuinely one of my favourite locks to pick. They're just fun. Just really good fun locks to pick. Love them. Ooh, springy score. Springy. Blah, whatever I'm trying to say. One of them. I can pick locks with security pins. Why can't I pick a Master Lock 5 with a sprung core? Because we all have a different thing which, you know, traps us or sets us back. Sadly, you know, there are some locks that just elude us, but you'll get there. It's just a different sort of skill from learning, you know, what a binding pin is, and learning how to balance your tension. It's just a different bit of the hobbies, different bit of the skill. But you'll learn it. You'll get there, definitely, 100%. Just need to, as ever, put that time in. Oh, brilliant! My tension tool slipping around. Oh, hold on though, it's still tensioning. Okay, well, it's still tensioning. I'll pick it up. So just, I thought I was opening the lock, and it's actually just the tension tool doing it. Oh yeah, don't forget that like button. Please don't forget the like button. I don't know what it. Do you try speed picking? I've done a few competitions. Yeah, I've done alright. I've done very badly. I'm not really into like speed. This is annoying me. Right. Is that going to give me enough room to pick these? Depends on the bitting, I guess, but we'll give it a go. Okay, let's try that again. Did I miss the Master Lock 19 yet? I don't think I'm even going to attempt it, to be honest with you. I get so distracted by the comments. I basically do these lives because it's really nice just to chat to the amazing people in the community, genuinely. So, yeah, I don't like picking hard locks when I'm trying to do a live, because it means that I can't actually concentrate on, you know, the people. I'm going to put that in advice. Just makes it less fun in a way. 40 AM Blues, we like chatting to you. Cool, thanks man. Oh, hey Mad Hatter. Let's see, will that go in the top? I need one of those nice thick ones. The 1.3s are perfect for this. There we go, perfect. Right, now we're cooking. This is the worst angle ever. And I can't blame anybody but myself. There we go, that's better. But yeah, no, do feel free to ask me anything, genuinely, whatever you fancy. I'm normally pretty good at answering the questions if I catch them. Need a nice, oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I like that. That's perfect. Lovely. Jason Foster, I'm in the UK. Sweet. Was that a cat? What? Where? Who? I don't have a cat. I'd like a cat. I don't have a cat. That one? No, that's too thin. That's too long. I really wish everything's a bit more organised. That's the one I want there, I think. Yes, him, that one. There, come here. So, Lock Noob, when you look at the bitting, do you look at the high points and low points? I mean, if you're going to look at the bitting, you've got that opportunity to, then yeah, you just tend to look if there's going to be any zero lift pins to get in your way. That's generally it. For simple locks, like the ones I'm picking or failing to pick tonight, it doesn't really make a difference whether you look or not. They just sort of are. It's better, right? Advice and answer feedback, yes. It's just a case of trying to talk and do this at the same time is so hard. I want to pick this. I so want to pick this. Actually, I just want to pick this bottom of the keyway. I'm gonna have to. Why is this one like being a pain? I don't know. It shouldn't be a pain at all. It should be like so easy, this lock. Sorry, I mean, which do you look at for the pins? Is it the high points or the low where the pins are? Okay, sorry. It's an easy question to answer. I've got to try and get that right. So, usually you can see that you have cuts here, 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 and here. These are just where the blank of the key was, and they cut down into it. So usually the little peaks aren't where the pins sit, and you should be able to tell based on the deeper cuts and the spacing where the pins actually sit. If that makes any sense. So that's 1 pin, 2 pins, 3 pins, 4 pins, and 5 pins. Well, you number them back to front there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how I would do it anyway. Right, let's just get this stupid lock open. Why can't I open you, stupid lock? Literally don't know why this one's being a pain. It's just like, I'm sure I've picked this lock 100 times before. It's never been a pain. Oh. I'm embarrassed to say why that opened. And I'm going to tell you. Again, it's a learning point. This pin was bound and it was sat really low, and I was butting up against it thinking that was the end of the lock. It wasn't. It was a pin that was binding. So let's just pick it again now. I know that information, and we should find that we open it hopefully a lot quicker. It's amazing, isn't it? You just completely forget the basics when you're distracted by comments sometimes. Any lock picking forums you recommend for new pickers? Yeah, absolutely, I do. UK Locksport is a great international. Sounds like it's not a great international forum. Key picking is pretty good. I haven't been on that for a while though. So yeah, there are a few good forums. Discord is where a lot of the conversations are at the moment. So there's a few good sort of Discords that you can, you know, sign up to. If I don't know how you do that, do you search for it? I was invited, but there's certainly some good Discords there. There's probably a few people from a few Discords here, so feel free to, you know, jump in, any of the Discord crew. And we're just going to fail to pick this again. So I'm going to put this away. I picked it once, you all saw, and I'm not going to snatch defeat out of the hands of victory. He says going to this lock here, and what is this one? I don't even know if I've picked that on camera before. Master Lock Pro hardened. Bit rusty, but that's the 627970. Okay. That definitely has to go in a vice. I'm not going to pick that in hand. The meme destroys the fun in picking. It can literally take 100 hours to pick some locks, even for LPL. The Tool NL Discord, obviously. Yes, there is that one. I learned a ton from Bosnian builds. Same here. Absolutely, Brandon. Numerous tutorials. I miss Bill's content. I mean, I'm less so now, but I definitely used to be a bit of a clone of Bill back in the day, because he was like the blueprint for lock picking on the internet, wasn't he? Why he did such a great job, and yeah, I miss his content. Of course, there's always going to be people who think different or don't like his style or blah blah blah, or you know, everybody's. But you know, there's plenty of people who don't like my content too. Everybody's welcome to their opinion, aren't they? But no, I personally miss Bill's content, so there. And I will say it to anybody who wants to listen, and even some of those who don't want to listen. And I was very grateful to have got to do a video with him and Lockpicking Lawyer, and yeah, for what, Circle City Con 4 years ago. So that's really nice to be able to sort of do that. Not going to push your luck. No, I'm not going to push my luck tonight. Oh yeah, Lockpickers United is a great Discord. I do drop in now and again myself, and the Tool NL one now and again. I'm not on there a lot because there's so many channels, and I'm trying to, like, you know, make content as much as I can. But that doesn't mean that I don't go over there sometimes, have a chat. Really cool people over there. So, you know, if you get on Discord, as well as UK Locksport, if you like old school forums, and I do, then that's pretty cool. Oh, that's really hurting. I think I'm binding the. So I'm doing another thing there, which I'm binding the. Can I use that? Or this one? I'm binding the core. So I might have to swap over to this arrangement instead. So what's happening there is I wasn't getting so much better. I was getting feedback because my turning tool was actually biting into the body of the lock as we were going along, which is a bit of a no-no. There we go, bit full set now. Good. So now we're in a full set. We just need to find the pins which are not picked. Give them a bit of a prod. Like that one. Whoa, come here, you. Right. That was a bit of a violent spool, so I'm just going to rescue that tension. There you go. Oh, I don't want that one, I want this one. Pretty sure that's a nice bit of counter rotation there. Come on. Ah, overset a pin. There we go. Start from the back again. We'll get there. Actually feels quite nice. There's lots of nice spools in this one. I rate this core. It's pretty cool. Oh. Brilliant. It's so heavy. It's actually like it's trying to fall over. It's okay. We'll keep picking it this way though. I'll get it. I'm going to look back at the comments now. So Chris Capoon said Lock Noobs were the first I watched, and Chris, you've been commenting for years and I really appreciate it. Thank you, mate. Why do I keep dropping this? Casper says I've actually had one of Lock Noob's videos as my first YouTube video. How to pick your first real lock. Yeah, it's actually done like 2 million views, which for me is amazing. So I'm really glad that people like it. Dana said I started with Lock Noob, helpful lock picker. Yep. Albert LaBelle, Bossing Bill, all great. Didn't mean to include myself in that, but you know what I mean. Lock Noob's my main man when I first started learning. Bossing Bill retired. Yeah, really, Bossing Bill retired a few months after he started. Well, at least you've got all these sort of legacy videos there. Some excellent stuff that that Bill did for sure. And using Daz Evers. I heard he's alive and well, but he's not done any videos that I know of recently, Moki, sadly. I'd like to have, obviously, him back on the scene as well. Patrick says, I like watching Lock Noob, also love the Side Noob channel content. Oh yeah, thanks for the plug for my side channel. I don't post on it as much as I could. I think after lockdown, obviously things got a bit busier and doing shorts as well, but I do still post on the side channel. I've got some content that I really want to shoot for it as well. It's just finding the time, as ever, as I'm sure we all suffer from that, the lack of time. Chris Caboon says, love Daz. Yeah, same here, man. Moki, thanks. Happy to hear he's all right. I think so. I'd love to hear like from him directly, but you know, you've got to respect somebody's privacy. He'll have his reasons for not doing the YouTube anymore, and whatever that is, I respect it. Hopefully he'll come back like Leon's Lockpad did. Go check out Leon Lockpad's channel 2. Back on the scene. Patrick says, like watching you chat down MREs. Yeah, if people don't know, I really oh my. Alright. Maybe doing it from. No, that's too short. Why is that? This is the 1.3, isn't it? The 1.3 is a nice fit. So why do I keep dropping it? I'm such a klutz tonight. I think it's because I'm not keeping it straight. It's not even a hard lock. I just keep dropping the blooming tension tool. Potty made a vid recently, Gaz. Is that true? Oh, Potty's like, so Potty is a German lockpicker. Him and Red Cat Imaging were some of my absolute favourite lockpickers back in the day. Potty is not only very skilled, but very creative. Really nice, very nice to listen to as well. Yeah, I miss Daz too. But yeah, so Leon's doing, Leon's Lockpad, who's just on the chat at the moment, is doing some videos now, I think once a week. Leon, is that right? And I started lockpicking similar time to Leon as well, which is really cool. Back when Pete Restall, Shed Picker, was about as well. Foxy, Red Cat Imaging, yeah, loads of good channels. Thank you, Side Channel. Almost bought a RCAF emergency ration from 1954, but outbid. That would have been really cool. Might have killed me though, but that would have been that would have been a cool way to go, right? Dave Richardson says monkey paw is my go-to. Oh, I've got a monkey paw here. Might be a bit thick for this keyway. Yeah, it's a little bit draggy in this lock, but I like the monkey paw. Ah, back into that false set. Hey, maybe the monkey paw power is the way forward, eh? Oh yeah, T&J lockpicking Nord. My goodness, those guys, they did some amazing like challenge locks and stuff, like generally great stuff. There we go, got it. So apparently, if you don't keep dropping a tension tool everywhere, locks are a bit easier to pick. Who knew? Fishpicks video, yes, Fishpicks, a great channel, but he's not done anything for absolutely ages, which is a massive shame. But you know, I think that there aren't many people as weird as me. So I think that it's just one of those things, isn't it? That sometimes, what do I even have here? I've got loads of weird. Is that another American lock? Okay, fine. I've been doing this for ages, and yeah, my channel has grown, but it's not like grown to the levels of people like Lockpicking Lawyer or Bill and people like that. So you think, oh, why carry on doing it? But you carry on doing it because you actually like what you do and you think it's fun. Plus, I get to work with loads of really cool companies, and I can come up with designs and the ability to. Can you see the key there? In there, anybody wants to know the bitting? That's sort of it. It says here 537424. If that means anything, it's probably the bitting of the key. Don't know. Does it make a difference? We'll find out. So yeah, it's, you do a hobby like this because you actually genuinely enjoy it. You can't sort of do it for the the money and celebrity, can you? But also, you know what? I do it. I don't say I do it for the community like I'm doing some kind of service. I do it because a lot of the community is just brilliant, and it's nice to be part of that community as well. Feel you're part of that community. So no, I don't make my videos like for the community, like some kind of like some kind of service that I think I'm doing. It's definitely more the fact that I like being part of that community and having that conversation and chatting to people. It's just fun, isn't it? It's nice to feel that you're part of. Oh, that opened quickly. Part of something. Yes, I have one of those T&J pinning trays. All right, Leon, no need to rub it in, mate. So I'm literally just delving into the box and just seeing what I have. I haven't looked at half of this in years. It feels like, actually, it might have been a year since I last opened this box and did some picking from it. Who knows? Hey, should we do since the monkey paw did such a fine job that last lock, should we try and monkey paw this one as well? Nah, I'm not feeling it. This pick was made by Daz Evers, actually, as it happens. You know what? I've not raked one. I'm gonna try and rake it. Yeah, let's try and rake one. Let's try and rake it. I haven't raked a Master Lock 3 for ages, and we've picked one of these already. So let's try and do a rake. Is that Master Lock 3? No. No, this is the 5. No, it is a 3. I just can't read. There we go. Got it. Right. Get that out of the way. Do I have a... Don't like the fact it's a loose key there. Have I got like a little widget I can stick on here? Yeah, I should do that, shouldn't I, so, as I go along. Dalp says, yeah, well, Lock Noob is one of my handmade trays I made back in the day. This is actually true. I do. Chris Capoon says, I have a DAS pick and love it. Yeah, he's a really fine pick maker. What's this one? This one's bigger. What's this? What are you? Well, you're a... Oh, a 17. I bet Ash doesn't dare bring up the 19. Leon, hold on. Let's see if I can just move this. I'm trying to get there, mate. I can't. I'm trying to dig down. It's like a never-ending box of Master Locks. If I get to the bottom and the 19's there, I will go at picking it. I literally don't know where it is in there. It's just so many Master Locks. Can we rake this one as well? I don't know. We can but try, can't we? That's really annoying and loud. Let me just pop that into my hand. There we go. That's better. Do you know what would be good? Is, oh yeah, snake rake. Should we try the old snake rake? If not, I'll just try and pick this one. Oh, it feels like really rough in there. Oh, we've gone open. I think it needs to grease that one. I actually have some not a sponsor, Luba Rapid. Give it that bit of a squirt while we're here. Might as well service it. They just felt dry and rough. Oh, that's so much nicer. That's so much nicer. Lovely. Right. That's actually all greased up again now. I've got some random keys. What are these for? Is it for this? It is for this. Oh, I guess we should try and pick this then. Comb pick, hee. Yeah, I've got some comb picks. I can do some comb picking. Anybody want to see some comb picking? I can't believe there's over 100 people watching at the moment. Got to hand it to you. It's got to be difficult coming up with fresh content all the time, but you do extremely well. Well, first of all, thank you, Tony Ambrose. I think that for me, it's not coming up with the ideas. It's finding the time as an active father of 2, husband, lover, lockpicker, designer, friend, countryman, whatever. It's hard finding the time. That's what it is. I got more ideas than I do time to do them. Doing a if you wonder what all the cuts on my hands are, by the way, it's scratches from the paws and teeth of my friend's puppy. Shout out to Arlo, who is incredibly cute. He's a puppy, not the owner, just so you know. But no, it's I've got so many things I'd like to do with content wise, but it's just finding the time. Maybe we'll get there though. We'll get there with all those ideas eventually. I'll keep making it as long as people keep watching it. I'm sort of excited about some of my design ideas, which I know are on the cusp of sort of coming out with various people as well. I can't speak about them obviously at the moment, but you know me, I'm all about thinking of like weird new things to work with lockpick manufacturers over. Do you know what I calculated recently? I must have over my hands in the mix in over 20 different individual things out there, I think. And no, I don't make any profits off any sales. That's a conscious choice. I don't want to be pushing anybody's stuff. I want to be able to use what I want to use independently. But I do like coming up with the ideas. I really do. Greenish says, Lock Noob, what's a lock you haven't picked yet but really want to? Oh, so many. So far I've not put enough time into the Asa 700. I've got a couple, and the Asa Twin. I've got a couple of them as well, but I've just not had the time to do that. I would like to pick one of those, but so I'm not desperate to. I'm just trying to think other locks I really want to pick. I have to come back to that on Greenish. There's so many like really cool locks out there that you know, I can't quite at the top of my head think of one which I'm like, this one particular lock. There's definitely some out there, and they're probably not high security ones. They're probably going to be like something a bit different, like a really good Yale bicentric, for example, or a Win. What's the other bicentric lock? It's something like Winford, or something like, it's a hotel bicentric. Not bicentric. Is it bicentric? Yeah, bicentric lock, something like that. There's a few out there which I'm just like, yeah, that'd be really cool to get hold of one of those and have a pick. But no, I'm not getting any feedback on this lock at all. As you know, I'm not really like chasing the super high security locks. It's always like the more unusual ones for me. Trying to impression a 700 right now. Cool. Good luck, man. You still love all brass locks? Yeah, I do. Do I have one nearby? Sorry, I was going to pause picking this for 2 seconds. Sorry. I'll see if I've got. Stay. I thought I've been picking one recently, but I mean, I'm going to come back to this as being a beautiful example of an all brass lock. I mean, just look at this thing. How is that not the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen? Should do like Metal Complex does with pocket knives, affiliate links in description and stuff you like. Nah, I don't know. I'm not really into the whole affiliate links thing. People want to buy stuff, they just buy stuff. I don't want to be like. Don't get me wrong. If someone wants to pay me to advertise this stuff, that's fine. But no, I don't want to be like sort of necessarily plugging sales. I'm not saying I never will, because you know that's a dangerous route to go down. But certainly for now, I'm sort of happy doing what I'm doing. So yeah, I just don't feel the desire to do the affiliate link stuff. But you know, not saying it never will happen. It might happen. But no, I've sort of avoided that for now, for reasons. Winfield bicentric. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Yes, that's the one. So yeah, it's things like those are the kind of locks. Greenish. I'm sort of like, yeah, that'd be really cool to you know have a go on. Just because they're unusual and probably in picking terms attainable as well. You know, I don't have to devote you know weeks, months, years to the skill of sort of picking just one lock. I can sort of enjoy the experience. But you know, that's different for everybody, isn't it? Some people just love that, chasing those unicorns, and I get it. I really get it. And it's so good to watch as well when people do pick those like super high security locks, and you can learn a lot from watching people do that, which is why another reason I'm not too worried about that, because I know there's better people out there to do that, and it gives me something to enjoy watching as well. Pickin' Rick says, Lock Noob got a new vid in the works, documenting trying to get fingers and feel back up to speed after 8-month hiatus. Oh, cool. Yeah, no, that's awesome. You know, if you've not been picking for a while, right, and you're trying to get back into it, I think documenting that is going to be really good for not only your own motivation, but yeah, other people might be like, oh man, yeah, I've not picked a lock in ages, and might get people back into it. So yeah, good luck, man. Oh, no problems, Greenish. Dana says, I get to lock in a default set and set and my dogs always want out. Of course, yeah. It's always the way. This lock is giving up nothing. I think this is dry as well. I'm just going to lube everything that's annoying me. I buy a lot of locks secondhand. I never pick them. Oh, that's so much nicer. And I think that sometimes they've just gone dry on the insides, and they just need a little bit of a pick me up, a little bit of lock juice. There we go. Let's see if that makes any difference. Or I'm just making excuses, eh? What lock is it that you're working on now? Looks pretty beefy. Oh, so this is just it's an American lock. It's like this one. Hold on, I've got almost a duplicate. It's like this, but a newer one, I think. Series 2000. Yeah, really fun locks to pick. This one's just being a pain in the butt. No, we picked the Master Puck, Chris. What do you recommend as the best padlock? And is a key or code better? Oh my goodness. How can I possibly recommend a padlock? It depends entirely on what you're going to do. I mean, you know, get the Squire SS 100. It weighs about, I don't know, it's about 6 kilos or so, 4 kilos. So it's this massive beast of a lock, but it's not practical for most people to use. It's impossible to recommend a lock to somebody unless you know what they're trying to do, what they're trying to achieve, what they're trying to lock up, all that kind of stuff. It actually matters, because some locks which are good wouldn't even fit on the thing you're trying to lock up sometimes. So, you know, it's an impossible sort of question. It really is. But you know, if you had a specific scenario, I'm sure that a few of us can give you some ideas about what we think's good. But no lock is perfect. I think more you get into locks, you know that no lock is perfect and has its flaws. No, I'm getting no love with this lock at all, so I'm just going to swap it out. I'll try and make a video on this another time. I'll swap in this one instead. Oh, well, at least it opens. Get out, and I'll give it a bit of a lock juice before I even start this one. These puck locks are a pain in the bit. There we go. Oh, hey, Pickbeard. Pickbeard is an incredible guy. If you ever get to meet him, would recommend. Buy him a cider. Hey, Unlocked. Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. We've still got over 100 people viewing the stream, which is into a full set. We weren't there before in the last one, which is brilliant. So pleased that people turned out. I would have done this with just me and well, just me probably chatting away to myself. So no, I'm super grateful. Thank you all for turning up. It really means a lot. It's just nice to chill and chat, answer some questions. Might stop after this lock if I can get this open and just have a drink of water. I'm not going to leave or anything, and maybe answer a few more questions. Want to see any more interesting locks or anything like that? Just let me know. I do have a few around in this room that I can show off. So if you're interested in things like that, just let me know. This is going to ping the turning tool out or something. Oh, there we go. Wow, that's a really high pin number 1. And we're open. There we go. Whee! That was much easier. I don't know why literally the same model lock on the last one wasn't wanting to open up. I'll investigate that another time. Right, let me get a drink. Hold on. Come on down here. Just water, sadly. Ah, that's better. Oh yeah, much better. Good stuff. Oh my goodness, we've been doing this for 1 hour and 20 minutes already. If this was like Twitch, I'd be like, donate now and join for memberships. I don't have a membership thing and stuff, so you know. Should I be doing this in a hot tub? I don't know how it all works. Chris Lee says he's picking again after 10-year break. Awesome. May as well be using my feet. I feel like that every day, dude. Am I familiar with Medico classics? In passing, I picked a few. I'm not a big fan of the Medico to pick. It doesn't bring me joy. Some things bring you joy, right? Some things don't, and I just don't get a lot of joy from them. What's this? Oh wow! I didn't even know I had this. Series 100 American. Have I done a video on this? Oh, that is... The grease on this is tacky. Oh, that could be a pain. But it is greased up, so I guess we give it a go. Do I have the Medusa with you? The Medusa pick. I do have one nearby somewhere. No, not to hand. It's near me, but I'm not sure it's like super near me. Let's see. 2 secs. If it's easily grabbable, I'll grab it, and if it's not, then it's not. Okay. I've got a load of Sparrowsy stuff in here. Yeah, there's a Medusa. There we go. The Medusa. That was a fun design we did, but this was done so long ago. I must admit, it's one of the profiles which I'm very proud of, and some people love it. It's just not one of those ones I really use very often myself. So, so that being said, the monkey paw is one that I genuinely do. It's strong and just gives that feedback when you need it. So yeah, but then I came up with sort of that concept and profile many years after Tiffany and I were looking at double-sided picks. Best place to buy used locks? eBay. Or you know, prove your how trustworthy you are within like a Discord group or a forum or something like that over many months, if not years, and you know, get exchanging locks with people. But you know, like a lot of things in life, it's all to do with that that level of trust, isn't it? Are you a trustworthy person? And if you are, then doors will open. But otherwise, eBay's great. Picking Rick, I'm slowly working on progressive picking a Medico Classic. Yeah, trying to work out the rotation feedback is tough. If Michael Maynard's still on here, Gorilla picking himself, then he might be able to give you more advice than I can. That's for sure. He's sort of the Medico guy. My friend. Oh my! I can't even get tension on this. That's like the strongest spring. Okay, I think I got tension here. Leon, I can't believe you're leaving us like this, man. I'm off soon. Okay, no worries. Good to see you. And yeah, I'm going to happily plug Leon's channel again. Do go watch Leon's Lockpad. Good guy. Did you bother getting the black belt? Yeah. No, I'm a black belt. So I could probably get a Dan out of it. They do a Dan system as well, but I'm too lazy to fill in my my sheet. But no, I did. I don't know why. I don't think that. I don't think it matters. It's nice to have. I would say to pickers who are new to it that the belt system at its best is really good, because it's a really good indicator of in general what are harder locks to pick. But it doesn't mean that that one is necessarily harder than the other, or that you're a bad picker if you can't pick black belt locks or red belt locks or belt locks. It isn't the case at all. I think if you're having fun and you use it as a fun guide, it's brilliant. I really like the belt system, genuinely. But don't read too much into it. Just use it as a fun guide, just a loose guide. I think it's mostly accurate, but it's it's like all things like that. It's got its flaws too. So just treat it as a loose guide and have fun. Then you'll be fine. But yeah, no, I did get a black belt on, which is good. I'm failing to pick this. I don't want to pick this one either. This really old, greasy American lock. I don't know what's going on with this. It's so stiff. Like, I can't. It's like, I think it's over tightened. It's not, something's wrong with it. Or, well, not wrong, but it probably just needs loosening up. I wonder if I can just give it a little loosen with a screwdriver. I've got a screwdriver. I think that it's been, I don't know, something's a bit wrong with it. Does that help? Or is it just overly strong? I don't know, maybe a bit more lock juice would help. The grease is a little bit tacky in here. Oh, yeah, something very odd about this. I don't want to give up on this one, but it's yeah. I mean, look, the key isn't springing back. That's really weird. Yeah, I might take this apart and strip it, I think. I'll give it another go. But that is something's very rough with that lock. The belt system is a good starting point for a shopping list. It sure is. Oh, Southall C1500. Yeah, they are not necessarily the hardest picks. I think the metal they use in the C series and thinness makes the profiles a little bit softer than some other brands. But that being said, I really rate the value of the C1500. The profiles, I think Southall, not a sponsor, Southall generally I think makes some of the nicest pick profiles out there. I do. I'm still using Southall today. I really want to get hold of one of their bigger sets of max picks in the 25,000s. One day it'll happen, I'm sure. How much would I say I spend per year on locks? You know what? I have no idea, and I don't want to know. I want to be in blissful ignorance. I'll be absolutely honest with you. It's probably horrifying. Do you know what? I've been picking a lot of American locks, haven't I? I don't know why they just floated to the top. Here's a Master Lock. It said Master Lock Mayhem, and I'm picking like a load of American locks. There you go. Let's pick this one. I love this one. It's just a 10 out of 10 security. What a beast. Things these days, if I see a lock at a good price on eBay, I tend to just buy it because there's so few about which I haven't got or picked. I don't know how many videos I've done, but it's not like 1,200 videos. You know, it gets hard to find locks I haven't picked. There we go. Got it. Chris Capoon says, I don't want to know either. Yeah, I think we all just don't want to know what we spend on locks. And there are probably people we don't want to know how much we spend on locks in our lives. Oh dear. Everybody knows this lock, right? What's my favourite lock brand and why? Oh my, I mean, how can I even answer that? I wouldn't know how to answer that. I mean, I like collecting Federal locks, but I wouldn't necessarily say they're my favourite. I love Chubb. Yale have done some amazing locks, right? Could be, might even be Yale. I've never really thought about it. So just pop that, do that, and we're open. That didn't take long. Favourite lock brand? Oh, so many. At top of my head, things like Chubb. Just trying to think. Things like Chubb are great. Yale, very mixed bag, but some really beautiful locks out there as well. I really like collecting Federal lock. Not because they're necessarily hard, but you know. I mean, just look. They can look kind of cool, right? They're nice. Oh, so many cool locks out there. I don't know if I've got a favourite, but yeah, those ones that come to mind as sort of some of my favourite locks to sort of look out for and collect. You're just saying that because Mrs. is watching. No. I pick most of my stock with a bobby pin. Yeah, absolutely, you can do. Could I do cylinder locks? I don't have many Master Lock cylinder locks nearby. No, I don't know if I've got my box of. I don't think Master Lock do a Euro cylinder. They do a kick cylinder, but that's literally in a separate room. I know where that is. I'll have a look in my box and see if I've got anything that might please you. I don't know. Let's have a look. No, I've got nothing really that Master Lock did, which is a sort of a cylinder lock, sadly. I do have this, though. This is cool. I think this is one that a lock-picking lawyer gave me a very long time ago. Very long time ago. So, yeah, this is a little Master Lock Pro, is it? Might be the Pro Series. 1525DI. Oh, no, it's the 6835. Pretty cool in yellow, isn't it? What YouTube channels do I enjoy watching? Dalp, I will answer that if you can clarify whether you mean lockpicking or in general, because I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube and some really weird content. Happy to share. Oh, in general, okay. So I watch everything from like I watch like Lego stuff. I watch like Beyond the Brick and Tiago and Racing Brick, and I watch board game stuff, even though I don't have time to play board games, just because I find the channel really interesting. Shut Up and Sit Down. I really like. I watch. Don't judge me, but I do watch Sorted Food, but also Strictly Dumpling. I watch food content as well, lots of that. Even Barry Lewis, Ashens. I'm just trying to think. I watch Hearthstone content, Apex Legends content. So, yeah, I'm a gamer as well, and cooking's actually my main hobby. It's not lockpicking, funnily enough, as you might have been able to tell from my lack of skill. So So yeah, I watch a whole range of things, but mostly it's going to be cooking content, gaming content. Uh, I don't actually collect Lego, but I like watching Lego videos on Lego because I used to love Lego as a kid, and I still love it now. I just don't have the time or space for it. One day I might, and I'll go back to it. If I ever start lockpicking, I'll probably start doing Lego. But you need space, even more space than lockpicking. I watch guitar content because I don't have time to play guitar now, but I used to play guitar. But I still like watching guitar content. Jared Dines and Stevie T and other things like that. Yes, loads of things. Do you spend more on cooking utensils or locks and padlocks? Well, with cooking, you tend to buy like one good thing once, and then with locks, of course, you tend to keep buying things. So if you buy a good cast iron skillet, you're not buying one of those every month because you go, oh, this one's a 22-inch instead of a 21-inch skillet. Do you just don't? So I tend to buy not like super top of the range stuff with cooking, but like really good quality mid-range non-showy stuff that actually just works, actually just cooks your food. So I easily spend more money on locks. Easily. You'll be glad to know. This is going to be bottom of this keyway tension, isn't it? It absolutely is. I don't know why I'm bothering trying to top of the keyway this one. It's just going to be easier and better this way. Built the Lego Vespa Christmas Day 10 hours straight. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, some of the Lego stuff's coming out now. I want the Ecto 1. I'd love that. There's a lot of the is it the Lego Creator series? So many cool things out there at the moment. Picking Rick. I've been busy with the Star Wars Lego Complete Saga. Awesome. They do good games. Longest skillet race. Oh yeah, I pamper that thing. It gets fully dried, heated, and seasoned after every single use. I love it. Just you gotta look after your skillet. Doorwatch Bartians. Yeah, but they haven't released anything, I think, for a year. They've probably been busy. I hope they haven't fallen out. Have I had to use your picking skills in real life situation? Yes, but not as many as you might expect, because a lot of people don't tend to lock themselves out of their houses. I mean, they do, but not like a ton. But yeah, I had to help some friends of mine who locked their car keys in the house as they were going back into the house from their car to quickly get something they'd forgotten, and I had to pop open their door lock. A few other things like that, but no, not as many as you think. But yeah, definitely have. But I only do that kind of thing with people I genuinely know and trust. Not just like randoms or anything like that. I've got to actually know the people, know they own the property. Not even rental stuff, because the law is a bit sort of a grey area around. If you don't literally own the lock. So I would always advise, or say, use good caution when even helping a good friend out. If you're going to help them pick a lock, genuinely, you want to be on the right side of the law. Even if your intentions are good, you might be breaking it by accident. So just be careful. Oh my good lord, steel pinnings. Hey. They haven't fallen out. YouTube cancelled them, unfortunately. What? Porte and Blues, explain. They're not exactly controversial people, are they? You're not Locksmith and have no proof of a company. How can you prove you're just into Locksport with picks? Well, don't walk around outside with your picks and you'll be all right. Simple answer. Sorry, I didn't mean that to come across as snarky, but it's a good point. You know, there isn't really a good defense. You might be able to prove certain things, sure, but you know, you've got to be careful out there. It's very hard to prove good intention. Hey, Still Pinnings. Haven't seen you about for a bit. I hope you're good, man. What do I do for a day job? I'd rather not say, but let's just say I work on projects, and that's pretty close. I'll be honest with you. But no, it's not like for the like Secret Service or anything like that. It's not knocks to that. Just have a degree of privacy in my life, naturally as a parent. Oh, okay. Weren't getting very many views. No, side channels don't, as I found myself. But they're good for the people who you know, like seeing that kind of thing, for sure. And yeah, no, Bartram's fun. Night, Pick and Rick. I won't say MI6. That would be cool though, wouldn't it? Would it? Actually, would it be cool? I'm not sure if it would be cool. I think it sounds like it would be cool. I think the reality of it is probably quite boring. I imagine it's just sitting at a desk most of the time. But it would kind of be cool to say that you did, I think. Wouldn't it? Oh, look, if you've been watching this stream for a while, don't at me that I've been picking away at this unpicked lock for a while, please. Despite me already doing that as a learning point before. I'm clearly getting tired. Didn't we just pick... Hold on. I thought that looked familiar. We have the Master and the American version. This one fell open like by just breathing on it, so let's try the American version. I don't know if I'm going to last much longer, everyone, but we still have 92 people watching, which is pretty awesome. So I do feel that I should carry on for a wee bit longer. If people are watching, then I sort of want to carry on for a bit longer. I'm actually really enjoying the chat, I'll be honest with you. American one's harder. It should be a lot harder, but we'll see, right? It's 11:15 here, so I am honestly feeling a little bit fatigued, but we'll see. I really want to know what I did with my what do you call it? 2 seconds. I just want to look in here to see whether I've got my lunatic pick in here, because I really thought I had it around and I can't see this silly thing. So I feel that I could really do with it in my hands at the moment. I do have a spare one though, so let me just get a new lunatic pick out. I'll find the old one, then I'll use it. What? I don't know what I did with it. I must have just like flung it somewhere without thinking. There we go. And actually, should I use a proper top of the keyweigher? been using these Christina Palmer ones. Not a sponsor, but they're really good. So, you know, you've got to use what's good, right? In fact, it was me who sort of begged Multipick to release the Christina Palmer tension tools as a set. They're a bit expensive, but I'm not going to tell you that they're not good. Still early, get a coffee. I probably would. I'm probably a bit of a coffee addict. I'll be honest. Why is it called a lunatic pick? It's just what Sparrow's called it. I wish I could tell you more, but yeah, was it one of it's one of their designs which oh I can't remember his name. He doesn't do videos anymore, but he sort of did a lot of design work for Sparrows back in the early days, as far as his what's his name? It's gone now. Lots of tattoos. Did loads of different profiles for Sparrows back in the day, and yeah, I think the Lunatic is one of his. I think. Pickle Slice, have some Christina tensioners and a boner from your design coming soon. Oh, that's really cool. I genuinely hope you like it. Whizwazzle, thank you, Yukov. I'm glad you understand what I'm talking about. How often do I do lives? Not as often as I want. Again, it's hard to find time to, you know, balance seeing friends and you know, spending time with the family and stuff like that. It just is. So but I would do more lives if I could, because they are, well, I'm having fun, right? So yeah, I would really like to do more of this kind of thing. But yeah, it's just time. I mean, if I could do one once a month, I would be happy. But that seems unlikely. No, give up. Like I said, everyone, I'm getting a little bit tired. I think that my concentration is definitely waning at the moment. I'll do a few more locks if I can. What's this? Master. Ah, it's an American military master lock. Okay, that's kind of nice, isn't it? What was the most secure lock you've had but was easier to pick than you thought? This one is one of them. This one here. This is a 7-pin Italian Vero lock, and lovely as well. The Monolith, I think it is. And it's a good example of something which, just because the bitting, it was just so easy. It's got like 6 spools in, 7 pins, well-made lock, way too easy. Another one which is surprisingly easy, considering, you know, it's supposedly a very high security lock, is the multi-lock Garrison. Now, it's not necessarily super easy, but it's not hard either. And I think the thing with the Garrison is that it's very consistent, and that's why it makes it a brilliant lock to learn dimple locks. So yeah, I think those are reasonable examples of locks which you might think are high security, but actually aren't that bad. A lot easier than you might expect at the very least. 10 times in a row off camera, bust the camera out magically, won't open anymore. Absolutely, that is my entire life. You go, oh, this is easy, I'll just knock out a video and go, you know, go downstairs, have a cup of tea, and you're there for like 10 hours sweating to try and, you know, pick some lock you on camera that, you know, you can pick so easily otherwise. Oh, thank you for the tip there, Jason. Really appreciate it. I don't let people really know that you can sort of tip and do that kind of thing. Of course, people can, but you know, I want people to join in for the fun, as not for the monies. Although it all go towards my terrible lock habit, I'm sure. Maybe we should just pick it. Did somebody mention the Abona? Should we just see if the Abona can do this? Maybe the bitting, you know, sort of line at the bitting and think, will that give it a go? Maybe we'll give it a shot. Oh, I think it swallowed my pick. Maybe actually triple peak might work in this. We'll see. You can tell I'm getting tired when I'm trying to resort to raking a lock now. Trying to get tension on this thing is actually hard, the way the keyway is. That's half the trick, I think, with this. No, that's not working either. Whoa, no way, Easy. That's really, really kind of you. Thank you. I feel at this point don't feel I'm picking at my best now. I am probably just a wee bit past it. It's late, so I might just call it quits because I'm clearly not getting anywhere with that one. What can I pick as a final lock that's just so I can just like pick and do? Must be something I can just get done. But yeah, just feeling it now. I'm sorry, everyone. Oh dear. It's been a heck of a weekend. What's this? The one up? What even is that? What is this lock? What even is this thing? It looks like it's got like a kick cylinder in there, but no way to get in. No, it's, oh, I don't know. What even is this? Tension tools, need one. That'll do. Why isn't that opening? I swear that was picked. Try again. Oh, there we go. Got it. Right, that's going to be my final lock of the night, I think. I'm not going to go away immediately. I'm going to have another 5 minutes or so for any sort of final thoughts and questions. Just going to shove these down here. Oh, thanks, Chris. No, absolutely, Neil. Killer Junior, no problems. Nice to answer your questions best I can. I'll happy do another live. Vices that you have. Oh, this is one of the cheapest. It might even be an Amtech or something. It's whatever. It's just whatever the cheap suction vices. They're basically all the same. I swear they're made in the same factory. I do have of course, one of these, which is brilliant, but this is just smaller, more portable. This is so old that these rubber drawers are just sliding off. They were grippy. No, they're not. No worries, Steve. Thank you for joining. Cheers, Izzy Joseph. Good night, everybody. Can you show the Camo American Master upside? Yeah, I can, if I can find them. Yeah, here they are. They're very cool locks. Even the shackles are like camoed. Oh, thanks, Casper. Right. Good night, Gaz. Anyway, all I can say is thank you for watching. I had a really great time. It's getting a bit tired towards the end, but you know, that is actually part of picking. Sometimes you can just be that little bit too tired. Like I said, long weekend, but wow, I've really enjoyed chatting to everybody. We managed to maintain a really good group of people on the live today. So thank you so much for taking time out of your night to come and just watch me flail around with my massive box of Master Locks. I've really enjoyed it. So yeah, it's been really good to sort of redo this one. Maybe we should do part 2. I've got so many in here that I can pick, especially if I'm not quite as feeling like I need a drink. Can you do a LPP sign off? I don't know what what's an LPP sign off? Anyway, thank you all so much. I'm going to figure out now how I can turn the live off. There must be a way of doing it. Thank you all so much.